And that's when I realized we were no longer little girls. We were an ass-kicking troop of busty mercenaries. Now who wants to get in the bathtub with me?
Little Hell Squad will return after these messages.
And now, a very special statement from Adolf Hitler in the grand tradition of terrible accents.
Hello, Americanas. It's me, the Führer. I would like to thank you all for what you've done lately. I feel wunderbar. Just this morning, I ate 15 Schnitzengrubens with glee. I have never looked so good in the eyes of the world. Yes, I am hated by all, but now I am not the number one most hated man in the history of history. Whoopee! I know who I will be voting for this November. It's the one with the same hairstyle as me. Führer out!
Saving the world is not an easy job. Whether it's invading an island filled with red ninjas, or stopping a band of South American Nazis, it's tough work. But that doesn't mean I should smell bad. That's why I use Musk by Boone. Ladies love a man who really puts the pheromones out there, and clinical research has shown that baboons are the most musky of all the primates. Just one dab of Boone's special blend of sexy time and sweat will have them running to you.
Duncan Jax, you smell like the jungle.
I smell like freedom.
Musk by Boone contains taint cheese from a baboon. Particles of baboon feces may be included. Pheromones removed from Boone the baboon without his written consent. When asked if we could use them, Boone gave us the finger and chucked a grenade at us. Use at your own risk. Boone is a registered trademark of Duncan Jax Industries.
When I stayed over at my girlfriend's house, her extremely conservative father wouldn't let us sleep together, which was a shame because he's very attractive.
And now, top news. The wall surrounding the Anne Hathaway nudist camp has reported a very large hole in one side. When asked, the police said they were looking into it. On further note, the police station has had all of its toilets stolen. Investigators have nothing to go on.
Whee. Lethal Weapon is the new top show on TV. You didn't ask for it, but Fox gave it to you anyways. It was a completely dead franchise, so we got the rights on the cheap and cast that Wayans brother you didn't even realize was still alive, and the female version of Johnny Depp. What's that? Oh, he's male? Surprises just keep coming on TV's top new show.
MacGyver is back on CBS in the top new show on TV. He's just a teenager with dead eyes, but somehow he knows how to do a ton of things. The critics are saying,
No one likes this. NBC needs a top new show on TV this fall as well, so we're bringing back the Golden Girls. This time things are a little different, as these girls are in their early 20s and are taking selfies, twerking, and caring little about their fellow man. It's the top new show on TV.
Stinker Madness is the top new show on TV. It's a podcast that you listen to on your phone, or whatever the fuck you do, but it's definitely the top new show on TV.
Stinker Madness. We got Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the top new show on TV. I'm your host, Justin.
They've already got a new top show on TV.
Oh no, what is it?
It's Magnum DI.
You know, I almost thought about making a Magnum joke in there, but what's DI stand for?
District Attorney.
That's DA, you stupid
Whatever.
fuck.
Designated Instigator. It's not even a thing.
We need an instigator. Put in Magnum!
Magnum. Sure, I'm just stirring the pot. Look at me. Tall, high shorts.
When the debate gets too boring, he's the one that comes out there and says, Nudie pictures! Nudie pictures!
Yeah. The only reason that they don't bring back Magnum is because you just, no asshole, not even the assholes in ties that are running the networks want to be the guy that fucks up Magnum PI.
Yeah, no shit. Now that you've said that, I'm sure it's going to happen.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Good job on that one.
Fox is bringing back Magnum PI, but instead he's a cat that talks.
Starring Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, the cat that talks.
This is a podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. With me, as always, are Sam and Jackie. That was the voice of Sam you heard repeatedly. Let's hear a little from Jackie. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, I am Jackie.
Now, you have a special relationship with the Magnum PI. You want to tell the listeners at home?
So we had a weenie dog when I was growing up by the name of Magnum PI. He was pretty awesome. He humped my Barbie doll furniture, and I have a little brother, and he refused to get dressed one night. So Magnum PI jumped up on the bed to solve the problem and bit him right in the wiener.
That is awesome. I love that story.
I like it too. I also think I might have, that same weenie dog, I might have played Snow White with and left it in a cooler.
Ooh, the dog or Snow White?
The dog, Magnum PI.
You left Magnum PI in a cooler?
Yeah, I was a
You
little
put
kid.
him in a cooler?
Yeah, I was playing
Like a beer cooler?
Yeah, I was playing Snow White, and my mom heard him and got him out because I had went in for lunch.
So, I don't remember when Snow White puts a small dog in a beer cooler.
Well,
I've only seen it a couple times, but that one's not ringing a bell.
That's Wizard of Oz she's thinking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
well, I was just pretending like the cooler was the coffin.
The coffin?
What cop? Oh, after she eats the apple?
Yeah, so I gave him some apple, and then I trapped him in the cooler.
So Magnum PI was Snow White?
Yeah.
Oh. That's just weird, man.
Poor little guy. Anyways, I want to talk about a couple things. There's no streaming do's and don'ts this week. However, Jackie and I did go see something amazing this week. Sam couldn't because he was too sleepy. We went and saw Shin Gojira. Limited release import from Japan. It's the first. So my understanding of Shin Gojira is that it's the first time that they've ever rebooted Godzilla from the ground up.
No, it's the third. This is the third reboot.
It's the third reboot, but here's the thing. In the canon of the other reboots, they always consider the first movie, 1950s Godzilla, to have happened.
Ah.
This is the first one that says, nope, none of that's ever happened except for our stupid fucking American movies. Those ones don't fucking count because they're fucking stupid. This is the first time they've ever done that. Jackie and I, when the movie ended, looked at each other and said, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm really, really glad we got that experience, because as far as Godzilla movies goes, that was everything I wanted a Godzilla movie to be. It
Absolutely.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was well told, well written, extremely well paced. It's told at a breakneck pace. Like, I have never, other than maybe Zero Dark 30, I have never seen so many cuts and shots in one film. It is just, it's like a machine gun of film. It's awesome. Breakneck is the word I would use to describe its storytelling.
It was directed by Hideki Anno, the guy who did Neon Genesis Evangelion, for those of you who are as dorky as me.
Nice. There's
It's,
probably several of them.
One of the most popular animes that's ever been. So.
Okay. He did a great job. There's a couple things I didn't like about it that keep it away from being, holy smokes, that was an incredible film. Like, top 10 of all time, but it's really, really fucking good. Godzilla's great.
Don't ruin it.
The work that they do with Godzilla to make him Godzilla, but more than Godzilla, is fantastic. The effects are fantastic, other than a couple.
Yep.
That are very nice homages, very welcome homages, not, hey, look what we did. We've seen a Godzilla movie. Just, yep, you guys got it. You know what this is.
Yeah,
and you did a good job.
a bunch of guys that grew up on Godzilla movies, so. Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It's not in theaters, so I can't really say go see it in theaters anymore. Its last release was last Tuesday. However, I can't imagine that they won't have a wider release, probably straight to Netflix or something similar like that. It just was the theater was packed. People want to see this movie.
It was one of the highest per screen averages in like 10 years or something.
Yeah.
It made over $1 million in 3 days, and it was at like it was in one theater for every market that had 500,000 people. So, I mean, it's an incredible achievement. Why they didn't put it on more screens is very odd.
I think if their long-term game is to have a wide release, either via Blu-ray or online streaming, it's going to kill because it's got that, well, oh shit, that was a great movie. I missed it. I got to make sure I watch it now.
What happens if it dark horses its way into the foreign category for the Academy Award?
I would, boy.
It'd be a real dark horse because it's a Godzilla movie.
I don't know, man. It's once you see it, it's not that dark. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Japan usually has very strong submissions every year. But.
Yeah, they do. Jackie, any final thoughts on Shin Gojira? Okay.
You missed out.
Yep, you missed out. I want to have a special segment, as the three of us here are well familiar with, and I didn't even realize how big of a deal it was across the nation. Sam, you may have more info on this, but Hastings is closing their stores at the end of October. I believe this episode will release right on the day that the last one will close. So ours just closed here, our main one, the one that the three of us have gone into 10 bazillion times. Hastings, the entertainment superstore.
It was 13 or 14 or something like that.
How many stores did they have across the nation? Do you remember hearing about
It was like 112 or 118.
Yeah, so quite a few. Headquartered in Texas, a lot in Texas. Yeah, they're gone. And it's basically the last bastion of nationwide video rentals that you can walk into a store and pick up any videotape you want. By videotape, I mean the future. I think they call them Blu-rays. I don't know, but I still get the VHS.
The laser discs.
Yeah, laser discs. No, you can rent instead of one of those stupid fucking boxes that are on every street corner that only have 20 fucking movies in it. It's a sad day, and I want to talk a little bit about Hastings. And what I've posed to you two guys is to share your best memory about Hastings throughout our lives. Jackie, I want to start with you first.
Well, as you may or might not know, I used to work at Hastings. I was a shift manager. And
you worked in the movie department too, didn't you?
No, I was a front end manager.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I put the movies away. I hid back there when I didn't want to work and pretended to put movies away. But it was just it was a cool time for me. I was in my really early 20s, and I met a lot of really awesome people when I worked there. And a lot of people stole shit because that's what you do.
Really, really awesome people that steal shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, we didn't get paid dick, so. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to sum it up. It was just a really fun place to work, and you got to hear all the latest tunes early because we'd get the pre-release albums and whatnot, and we'd be able to play them at the store. And then we had like movies before they would actually come out to the public. And so, you know, we would have movie nights and we'd be able to, yeah, it's so gross.
Goddamn crop dusted golden retriever.
Oh, I gave you as long as I could, Jackie, before the stench took over.
Your face is turning red.
Oh, that dog stinks so bad.
He left.
No,
he just came in closer to
he
get
got
us better.
scared of his own butt and needed the protection of his own mother.
It's awful.
Bing, bing, you stink. Sam?
I don't know. There's so many fond memories I have of Hastings that I don't think I could pick one, but I can share with you the most consistent memory and probably the strangest thing that you'll hear today. For whatever reason, like the video store is just like my Zen place. I just feel more comfortable
I think I know where this is going.
at a video store than I feel anywhere else. And whenever I would go to Hastings, like I walk in the door and I start looking at them and I would immediately have to poop. It's just like I'm so relaxed for something. It's like, oh, I gotta poop. And I would poop beforehand because I want to be in there for like 3 hours looking at the movies.
Right. Oh, and the CDs back then too.
Everything. Yeah, I just wanted, mostly the movies. I did get some. Usually I had a purpose when I was buying a CD. The movies, it was always scouring and trying to find stuff that was rare or you hadn't seen. Because they had a selection that was probably 3 to 4 times Hollywood or Blockbuster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the older movies they just had shit that the other places didn't have. So you could spend a lot of time thumbing through it, but every time I go in there, it's like, oh, I gotta poop. And then the second I'd leave, I wouldn't have to poop anymore.
Because you pooped.
No, I didn't poop in Hastings.
No, you pooped in Hastings all the damn time.
I did a couple times, but the problem with pooping in Hastings is they have like the theft that Jackie was speaking of earlier was so rampant that getting into the bathroom, they're like, okay, it's like going through the fucking third degree to get into the goddamn bathroom. And first off, you like push the button and nobody helps you for like 20 minutes, and then they come back there and then browbeat you for a while, and then you finally get to go into the bathroom. And it's quite literally just a shit box.
Uh-huh.
So it's unpleasant. So I would usually just like try to hold it. And sometimes I would crop dust. I would just go rove through the aisles. And I used to intentionally, and this is a sort of a dick move. Towards the end there, they got their own science fiction section and their own anime sections. And so I would just like roll back and forth through those farting. And it was like I had claimed that territory.
Jesus.
I don't know why I had to, but in Blockbuster and Hollywood Video never really made me have to poop.
Maybe it was like Jackie was saying, they always have the freshest tunes, and so you get that and the bass just kind of jiggles things.
There's
south.
like a brown note or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, Hastings made me have to poop, and with the red box, you don't want to be there at all.
Right.
It doesn't make me want to poop. I
No.
just like stand there, and there's only 20 movies, and I don't want to watch any of them. I can stand there forever because I don't have to poop.
Well, my great memory of Hastings, I think I've already told about the time that I rented Orgy of the Damned by Ed Wood and kept it for 3 years, and my late fee was $2,500. I'm not going to tell that story.
No, you just did.
They took me to collections, the fuckers. What I'm going to tell is I remember when Sam and I were exploring bad movies in Hastings, you could go in there and rent tapes, and we rented tapes back then. We found Pieces just by looking at the cover, and Pieces is fucking amazing. It's a stalwart in our idiom as far as bad movies. We found you found America 3000.
America 3000 didn't even have an artwork cover. It was just a clear cassette case, and on the side in red lettering, and it was like Arial bold. It's not even anything flashy. It just says America 3000. And I was like, yeah, I think this is going to be it. And it sure enough was.
I always went in there wanting to find a Jim Wynorski movie before I knew who Jim Wynorski was.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see busty ladies with some stupid plot, some ridiculous plot, whether it be gerbils that invade from space or something stupid where there's a pirate treasure that an army of chesty ladies have to find, whatever it was. We found the worst. Vampire Vixens from Venus.
Yeah.
And I remember when we watched that, we were like, this is shit. This is not good shit. It was the first time that we'd ever been like, wait, you can have chesty ladies in a movie and it still sucks?
Yeah.
This sucks.
Was that the first time, or was the Lair of the White Worm? It was like, it's got it's super gory, it's kind of violent, it's got a lot of naked ladies, and it just stinks.
Yeah.
It was one of those two.
Yeah.
They were right in there with each other.
Vampire Vixens from Venus has a real bad taste in my mouth, though, because I remember thinking immediately afterwards, hey, they're not vampires. They are definitely not vixens because they were all fucking ugly. And they were not from Venus. They were actually from Mars. It was just poor use of alliteration, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I'm still pissed today, but I'll always remember that, we used to walk in there and just grab the stupidest thing we could possibly grab. And whoever grabbed the awesome one was the winner of the night. You could keep yourself entertained for so long as a young adult without the influence of, like, I'm not getting churchy, but like drugs and alcohol and doing stupid shit, breaking into crime, vandalism type stuff that we just were entertained, and it was great. It always gave us something to do, and I'm going to miss it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
To Hastings.
There was Ninja Bachelor Party, too.
Ninja Bachelor Party, sweet.
It was only like 58 minutes long. I feel like that was a local production. I've never heard anything about Ninja Bachelor Party outside of that Hastings. It's like someone that worked there made that movie and just snuck it on the shelf, and we saw it.
Sam, it's your pick this week with Order of the Black Eagle. What have you brought for the wild card?
Well, I think this week we're going to do Good Neighbor, Bad Neighbor with the endearing characters from the Duncan Jax duology, since the listeners have seen one, and we have seen both, obviously.
Maybe they have.
They should have by somehow finding it.
Well, that one was on Amazon
That one
Prime.
was on Amazon Prime, yeah. So we're going to do Good Neighbor, Bad Neighbor, starting with Duncan Jax.
Okay. All right.
You figure you get Boone, too, with this
Well,
one.
you pretty much get everybody because Duncan Jax lives in this future house where all of his friends and lady friends can live in a giant hot tub. Jackie, let's start with you. What are your thoughts about Duncan Jax as a good neighbor, bad neighbor?
Bad neighbor.
Okay.
You're picking up condoms
Oh, yeah.
from, the hot tub parties
This is
where
1980.
they run outside.
Condoms are for sailors in 1986.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're picking up dead fetuses
Yeah.
that have been aborted on your front lawn.
That's disgusting.
Well, I'm just saying. It's 1986. Fucking
Penicillin.
scuzzy bastards.
Penicillin packages. Like it's the ground. There's dead ninjas everywhere.
There
too.
are dead ninjas everywhere.
yeah.
You've probably been killed by a booby trap already just by living by him.
However, I kind of get the idea that that sweet future house is also on his own island. I just have this inference that he doesn't live like in the hills of Beverly. He has his own fucking island. There's just too many things going on, shenanigans-wise, that the U.S. government would have a problem with, unless he was his own sole country.
Yeah, he's an independent state of Duncan Jax.
And I think that's what it is.
Huh.
Yeah, bad neighbor.
So
You'd be stuck out there
yeah, but
with him.
you can't live on his island. You would have your own island. So you're neighbors to his island, which means you get an island.
You just watch the ninjas die in a telescope.
Uh-huh. Oh, they're at it again.
No, still bad neighbor.
Balloons. Really? Okay.
He's going to trash up the ocean between your island and his island, and it's just going to float up on your beach, and you're going to be like, you son of a bitch.
Unless you're fishing, ninjas make good chum.
Okay, that's kind of true.
Especially if they're red ninjas.
Yeah, chopped up.
Yeah. No, I like this idea of him and us having, like, shenanigans across the way, like when he's not busy killing ninjas. It's like potato gun wars and stuff like that, just launching potatoes at each other and see who can fuck up shit.
Yeah.
I like it. I think Duncan Jax is a good neighbor.
See him once every 2 years. Hey,
Yeah. Duncan.
been looking at your topless ladies and your dead ninjas.
Have a
Looking good over there.
Jackie, sticking with bad neighbor?
Bad neighbor.
I'm going to go with good neighbor.
All right.
Star, the head of secret agency.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't live there. He has his own place.
Okay. All right. Probably someplace in...
I bet he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment downtown.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Bad neighbor. I don't want to live in an apartment.
He's also not there very much. Because why would he come home?
I think he might be there all the time.
Why? He's always wanted to be at Duncan's place. That's where the shit's happening.
Kinda. I mean, every once in a while there's nuclear arms in play. Other than that, he's probably working from home.
Maybe he's always trying to go there, and Duncan's like, "What are you doing, Hesta?" Well, I was hoping we could hang. No, not today. I've got things. Why don't you just go back to your 2-bedroom apartment?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you got like 10 women here, and he's like, just enough.
But nope. See ya.
So then he goes back to his apartment and he yells at you as across the street neighbor.
Because he's got sexual frustration.
Across the and he's like, keep it down. And you're like, it's 6:30 p.m. It's like, I'm thinking about things.
I'm watching Seinfeld.
I need quiet. What are you thinking about? Things. Huh.
I need a bucket of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Star a bad neighbor.
Bad neighbor.
Bad neighbor.
Okay.
Baron Goldtooth.
I bet that guy has the worst breath and
his
body
breath
odor like you would
sucks.
not.
I think we
believe.
can all agree that Baron Goldtooth's breath is not good. Some serious halitosis. I don't think you can plate your teeth in gold because his teeth don't look like they've been replaced by gold teeth It looks like he's dunked his teeth in liquid hot gold.
I think all he does is every morning he gets like the Hershey's Special Deluxe that comes in the gold wrapper, and he forms that around his teeth.
Ooh.
And then he gets the chocolate as a special reward.
And the halitosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's got real bad breath.
No.
He's
There-
sweaty.
He's just gross.
He probably I don't think that he smells good.
He'd be a pussy grabber.
Ooh.
That's going a little far.
I think
Would
he
be.
might be.
Oh, okay.
Because he's obviously, I mean, he's an evil guy.
But he's not a celebrity, and only
No.
celebrities can do whatever they want to women.
Huh.
I'm just
Okay.
going by the words
by-
of our Republican candidate.
Yeah? All right. Well, maybe he isn't a pussy grabber. He's a butt grabber.
He's a butt grabber. For
Yeah.
sure. He might even be like, grab my butt. Somebody like he's the opposite of sexual harassment. He wants to be harassed, so he harasses you about harassing him.
Like if you have your hands to your sides, he just sort of comes up and starts rubbing his crotch on the back of your hand. Like,
Get it.
I'm sorry.
Get it. Get that.
No, you are not, sir. You are doing that intentionally.
You're humping my leg now.
Yeah.
He's a leg humper. I can see that.
Mhm.
Okay. Bad neighbor.
Yeah, it seems like a
Bad.
bad neighbor.
I don't see how we could defend Baron Goldtooth. He wants to destroy the world with nuclear missiles. Not cool, bro.
And he hates radios.
And he hates radios. Not cool. He's a bad guy. Sam, tell us about The Order of the Black Eagle, starring Ian Hunter as Duncan Jax.
Well, Duncan Jax is the most dangerous ninja in the world. Well, he was. Now I am not so sure he is a ninja at all. So you know what? Fuck ninjas. Fuck pirates too. Secret agents of mostly unknown affiliations. Now that's where it's at. Even though in the last movie they were at least seemingly a bunch of thieving ninjas. I mean, they look like that's what they were. They stole stuff.
They stole stuff.
Well, the secret agent game in 1987 totally smashes the ninja scene of 1986. Really seems like the bottom dropped out of the ninja market, like they were pork bellies during an influenza pandemic.
Hey-oh, that's a little economic humor.
Only the pork bellies come back.
Everybody loves economic humor.
Bacon. Our economy is tied to it. Beyond the ninjas getting ditched, we will also be ditching Willie because he's probably dead.
Yeah, they killed his ass.
The other ninja lady, who may or may not be Gunner, is also gone. So we have back Duncan Jax, Star, Boone, and Sato. They are now known as the Interpol Spy Agency, which is preposterous.
Huh.
Well, they do have a baboon.
Yes.
But the Interpol, and
That's
it's
not a qualification for Interpol to make their own spy.
Agency.
Who do they spy on?
Interpol.
Right.
I don't know. Well, slightly more light has been cast on this film recently. Apparently, it was made as part of a two-film deal, or tragically made as part of a two-film deal, because I would have watched 6 of these things. Although they didn't get tagged as such, they were actually made at Owensby Studios, though Earl Owensby was not directly involved. The film's producer, Robert P. Eaton, was the 6th of 7 marriages for one Lana Turner, which is probably how he gets interested in the movie business.
Get the fuck right out of town.
Yeah, and probably the marriage was only 2 years and it was probably dissolved so quickly because he was constantly pitching this ninja secret agent script to his wife and telling her that she gets to play the monkey.
Come on. We can make you a star.
And she's like, where do you get this acting monkey? And he's like, you get to play the monkey.
You'll be tops.
You'll be tops. Your career is on the
Your
downturn.
name will be in lights.
Yeah, you know, the postman only rings twice was been some time ago, Lana. You need to start branching out and playing monkeys in ninja movies.
I don't think he even knows that she was in that. I just think
You had to have known that it was in the 60s. It was almost 1970 when they were divorced, 1969. So it had been some time since that film. She was also in Peyton Place. Yeah, Peyton
Was
Place.
she in Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning wasn't her, as far as I know.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I also had confirmation from Donald Trump.
The film also features one Flo Hyman, hero of the 1984. Boo. hero of the 1984 women's silver Olympic volleyball team, despite the unfortunate name, because I just booed you for the same joke.
I definitely know at one point Hyman was in her. At one point.
Not too long, though. Those volleyball players, they're a very scandalous bunch. I hear the Olympics is just like it, half the rubber trees in all of South America go every 4 years.
To supply the Olympics.
Yeah. Hey. Well, Flo Hyman was actually reportedly able to spike a volleyball 110 miles per hour.
How is your name? Never mind.
Florence Hyman? I don't know.
Flo Hyman. Come on, dude. Really?
Go by your middle name.
Think about it, people. Your parents, specifically. Think about it.
People.
Dum-dums.
Oh, they thought about it, and then they laughed their asses off
We're
and did it
fucking
anyway.
dicks. We're fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Eat it, kid. You're fucking Hyman Flo for the rest of your life.
And you'll tragically die at the age of 31.
No!
Like right after the year after this film's released, I think. Well, let's keep an eye out for one. Who is your favorite mercenary?
Okay.
Because there's mercenaries in this one. 2, who is the notable historical figure in the trash can? And finally, when is the point that you think to yourself, wow, this thing really has it all?
Really? Yes.
It's the same spot for everybody, but we'll talk about it in the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this movie is not streaming anywhere. I have triple checked this. It is nowhere. We are going to, in 2 weeks in a row, tell people to steal films.
Yep.
The FBI is going to come and shut us down because we're enablers.
Enablers.
Yeah. That's the only way to see this thing. I don't know why they don't double release both of them on Blu-ray and a 2-pack. It's fucking retarded.
It is. I know that they both have the widescreen versions available because the widescreen versions were on Netflix for 2 years almost.
Right. Absolutely. They're great. As much money as Deadly Prey and Deadliest Prey has made, those guys, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, put the Duncan Jax on Blu-ray. I want them.
Yeah. Somebody could make, a couple $1,000s on this thing.
$1,000, man,
Yeah.
and do something good for movie history because these things can't be ignored.
Yeah.
So if you've seen this or if you own a copy, I have a bootleg. Come back to us on Monday, and in the meantime, get to the chopper.
Fans of Stinker Madness, iTunes thinks you don't like us. What? How is that possible? Well, it's because you haven't given us a review yet. Go to Stinker Madness on iTunes and take just a couple seconds to rate and review us there. While you're at it, hit up Stitcher.com as well. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter @/Stinker Madness and email us at talk@stinkermadness.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening and get to the chopper.